to the continuous acts of police brutality that's being inflicted on the African American and Hispanic communities throughout this nation. The tragic event that took the life of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri has been plaguing the black and brown communities since the civil rights movements of the 1960s. In 2013, there were 409 police shootings in the United States.
That ain't right.
The police are being praised every time they kill a black or brown person. They are literally holding court on the streets by playing judge, jury, prosecutor, and executioner all at the same time. This is America's form of democracy for the African American and Hispanic communities. Blatant racism has been replaced with structural racism. Everybody wants to know why there's so much violence. It's because economic disparities perpetuates violence. This is why we have 9-year-old babies getting killed. Racial profiling and over-policing is the everyday norm in every black and brown community throughout the United States. A study conducted by the ACLU found that the police in Chicago are 4 times more likely to ask for permission to search African American and Hispanic drivers than they are to make the same requests of white drivers.
That ain't right.
Having received these facts, we would think they would change their practices. Knowing that the police have found contraband such as guns and drugs in vehicles of twice as many white drivers. The police continue to target black and brown people. I live this reality every day.
Teacher in Chicago Public Schools and is an educator of young people. What we are here to talk about today resonates deeply for me, as I have witnessed the criminalization and over-policing of young people of color, particularly young men of color, through our education system. It is systemic racism, and it is not right. The killing of Michael Brown by a Ferguson police officer is heartbreaking. While we do not know the exact details of the incident, what we do know is that the police officer that killed him is yet to be held accountable. There is a long-standing and widespread failure to hold police officers accountable for the acts of brutality they commit against the communities they are supposed to be serving.
That's right.
In light of this historical reality, we are demanding justice for Michael Brown, his family, and the community of Ferguson now.
Yeah.
Michael Brown's shooting is not an isolated incident, but part of a widespread pattern of police violence against people of color. We see this pattern of violence in the stories of many other people like Michael. On July 17th, Eric Gardner was choked to death by a police officer after breaking up a fight in Staten Island, New York.
That's not right.
On August 5th, John Crawford was killed at a Walmart store in Beaver Creek, Ohio, by police who had apparently mistaken a toy gun he was holding for a real gun. Indeed, we do not know precisely how many black men have been killed at the hands of police, because while the government tracks officers killed in the line of duty, no government agency maintains reliable data on the number of people killed by police every year.
That's not right.
According to the City of Chicago's own report, Chicago police officers shot 57 individuals in 2012, and 50 of them were black.
That ain't right.
That's not right.
That means more than 87% of the people shot by the Chicago Police Department were African American. The deaths of all of these individuals reflect a pattern of police brutality against communities of color. We are here today to honor the lives that have been ended unfairly and to demand accountability for police violence. Thank you.
What is America gonna be if we don't fight police brutality? What is America gonna be